Hi everybody and welcome back. I want to tell you a little story about the Atlantic salmon. This amazing fish is birthed in the mountains, and then after 2 years it works its way down the streams, down the rivers and into the Atlantic Ocean. So when it moves from the fresh water into salt water, it has to change. Its whole metabolism has to change. It then spends the next 5 to 7 years in the Atlantic Ocean and as a normal fish, and then returns to the same river from whence it came. And once again it has to change from being a saltwater fish into a freshwater fish, and it works its way up the streams right to the place where it was born, where it came from originally, and there the reproductive cycle is completed and continues. It's an amazing story. It's something that is inbred within the fish, if I can say that. And it reminds me of the scripture where Paul says in Romans chapter 8, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. There's a few key words in the scripture. Talks about the work of God in us, talks about all things that we encounter, good and bad, that God uses to work in us. But what I want to focus on today is right in the beginning. He says, and we know. You see, that knowledge, that certainty, that assurance that we need to have in our hearts that we belong to God, and that God is fashioning us, molding us, conforming us into his image. He and he alone is bringing us into maturity. We're not to focus on all the good things and the bad things. We're not to focus on the hardships and the challenges, but we're to focus on the fact that we are children of God, chosen by God, called by God. And God has this amazing plan, and we are on a road, as it were. We know where we were born again, and we know that God will take care of us. Just as we talked about that fish, he started, there was a journey, there was a direction, there was a certainty somehow that the cycle would be repeated. The plan would be completed. And it's the same for us. God has begun a good work, and God will finish that work according to his plan and purpose. That needs to be our assurance. We need to know that in our hearts. God bless you.